Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all had a great Christmas and having a nice holiday break. So today I'm just going to do a quick video just to go over what's going to go on in 2025 with Pokemon. There's a lot coming, there's a lot to look forward to, and we can see how crazy things are getting, and I do believe it's going to get even crazier next year. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity just to go through, the sets that have just come out and what's coming, and also what I'm doing to prepare to try and get more product, since it's very hard to get your hands on anything. So we're seeing that with Prismatic Evolutions currently. Well, I can speak for the situation in Australia, and I'm sure it's very similar around the world, where it's very, very hard to get stock. Stores are either selling out or they're asking absurd prices and still selling out. So it is crazy. Again, I expected this. You can never expect a level of craziness, but I did expect craziness, so it doesn't really surprise me. But here we are, something we have to deal with now. So before I get into the video, I just wanted to say it's important more now than ever to be involved in the right communities and be informed with the right information. So I started Cardonomics around a year ago. It was all about trying to put out information out there, or the right information, so people can learn about the markets, stay informed by building communities like I did with the Facebook community, the Cardonomics Facebook group, which I'll link down in the description, and also now the Cardonomics Discord for those who want an extra edge on the markets and getting stock from stores with the stock monitors that we've got in there now that notify us when stock comes into the certain big retailers in Australia. And we've also built deal bots to alert us every time there's cheap prices on certain platforms. So there's stuff like that we're doing just to try to give us an edge to try and get more stock. I myself don't get enough, from our local distribution, so I've had to figure out new ways to get more for myself and for the community as well. So I'll definitely I'll leave the links in that description, and you can all check it out. The Discord does also give you access to any sales I do. It gives you early access, in fact. So you're going to get first crack at all the products that I do sell. You're going to get exclusive Q&As with me. You're going to get exclusive content, and you're going to get an awesome community that are all there to help each other for whatever goals we have, and we're all there to help each other achieve that, learn and grow together. So that's something really exciting that's going on right now, and I'm really looking forward to how that goes in 2025. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So this is just a rundown of what's going to come in 2025. We've got Japanese here and English. The reason why I look at Japanese is because the sets come out a lot earlier. We get to see a preview of the cards that are coming in English, so it does paint a picture of what's to come. It gives us a couple of months to prepare, and we can also see how the market reacts in Japan to certain sets. But again, in this climate, it's a crazy climate. It doesn't matter how good or weak the set is. I think it's just going to be a frenzy either way. But with what's coming, everything seems awesome, so that's just going to multiply this craziness effect that we're going to experience, or we're currently experiencing now, and going to experience even more next year. So let's get into it. Terrestrial Festival, I started with that. It did come out in December 2024, but I put it there just because it's data we can use now. We've got Prismatic coming out in just a few short weeks. So Terrestrial Festival started off like a house on fire. Everyone's ripping it everywhere. They did print a lot of this, but it didn't matter. The price went up anyway. There was a restock around the 27th of December, so only a few days before making this video. And, the price did settle, but it hasn't really dropped, and it's actually starting to creep up again. So it just shows you the demand, and it's not just local demand in Japan. It's demand worldwide for this stuff. So, yeah, crazy times, but just have a look at some data now. Again, pokedata.io, I'll leave what I use as resource in the description as well, so you can all do this at home. So basically, yeah, we've got a set value of 6200 AUD. It's a lot of value in this set. We know we've got the Pokeballs and Master Balls back for the second time in Japanese. It's going to be a first time in English, which everyone's very excited about, but very worried about how high these prices are going to get in English. So that's yet to see, but I will be looking and monitoring that very closely. But you can see the set values here. The Umbreon's always, going to be ahead of the pack. The Master Ball as well. There's no photos here, but you can see they're both over 400 AUD. Just the value in this set, it is a massive set. The way the box has been engineered is just an awesome opening experience. They put one SAR in every box and a chance to get SR and SAR trainer as well. 10 packs, you're always hitting something. You got awesome artwork. You got a minimum of 3 Pokeballs per pack and a possibility to get a Master Ball, which are very, rare and valuable. They're more rare than the SARs in this set. So the open experience, again, amazing. That's why it's so popular and everyone's ripping it. And just worth mentioning in this day and age where we have a lot of rip shippers around the world, we've got Whatnot coming to Australia, officially launching in January. That's going to be huge. And one thing I'm really getting at the moment is people messaging me wanting to start either a Pokemon trading card business or a TCG business, or they want to start doing rip and ships. Everyone's biggest issue is getting product. So everything I mentioned before about what I'm doing, so one, the Facebook community is free. We do post deals. It is more Australian based, but everyone is welcome because there's good information there that applies to the whole world. So if you want to check that out, that is all free. You can come down and see what we're doing there. And the Discord, again, that's going to be the place where we've got tools and even more in-depth information on how to get your hands on products and even what to do with them. So, how to build a successful business, side hustle, whatever you want to do, whatever your goal is, or just be an investor in the space. So that's all there to cover everything there as well. So we'll quickly look at this now. This is Terrestrial Festival chart. So we started, average here. You can knock a couple of thousand yen off on this chart in particular because this Amazon sales doesn't reflect the Japanese market, yen to yen. But let's just knock a couple of thousand off this, and that's going to give you the current market or what the market was before. So it started around 6,500 yen at the start. We can see the big rise up due to demand after the release. And you can see that we've settled a little bit. We got an announcement of, a restock news at, as I said before, on the 27th of December. And we can see, again, it didn't do a hell of a lot, and we're starting to creep back up. So this chart I chose just because it paints a good picture of the direction that it's headed and is heading as well. So that just gives you an idea of how Terrestrial is currently doing, in Japan and the rest of the world for that, in saying that. So next one to look at, Prismatic Evolutions. We're just gonna go over here just because we're talking about Terrestrial now. So Prismatic Evolutions, I'm looking at the TCG player chart. This is American data. The chart's gone insane. This is the last month alone. It hasn't even been released yet. We're up 21% on the month. We've had 2,000 sales. It's very hard to get this product. In Australia, I've seen stores put up pre-orders for $200 in ETB, which is double recommended retail, and it's selling out. This is the craziness that we're witnessing right now. So just wanted to touch base on that. Crazy times. Let's have a look. So yeah, onto Battle Partners now. So Battle Partners is releasing in Japan 24th of Jan. Again, this is a heavy trainer based set. You've got the return of trainer Pokemon. So you're going to have, for instance, Iono's Ballybolt or and Reshiram that's been announced. So you're going to have the trainer and their Pokemon there. So everyone's excited about that. This type of set is huge in Japan. They love their trainer cards, and for the information I have, there is a lot of interest from China currently on Battle Partners, and they're buying up absolutely everything available at the moment, and that's pushing up the price, which again just reflects the crazy times that we're in. So Battle Partners started around 100,000 yen a case. That's equivalent to around, let's say 1,000 and a little bit AUD. That's the normal thing for sets to start, on pre-release, but they usually drop. Now we're having the opposite where they're going up. So again, that's the switch that's happening right now. So again, from an investment perspective, Battle Partners, the energy that we're seeing in the markets now, it's getting a very risky. It's getting way too risky. So, from an investment perspective, I'm going to start backing away from these prices and wait for them to settle if I wanted to invest in a Japanese set. But, from a store perspective, it's still getting very risky because these prices are very volatile. So if you are someone that stocks Japanese sets, You know, battle partners at today's prices, which could be, you know, around 9.5 to 10,000 yen, even more. Well, it's starting to get very risky, and you could place an order, stock your store. You know, you could get an announcement of reprints, and that price could drop, or it could have the opposite effect, whereas demand's still there and they can't keep up, and the prices keep going up. So that's the risk if you want to play that game. I myself don't like to play that game when prices get that high. So if prices do settle, I will stock battle partners for the store. But if we're still going to get these high prices, well, I'm just going to step away and look at what else is a lower risk for, you know, me and my store. So that's how I'm playing that. We can quickly look at what's happened with battle partners as well. So here you have the Pokemon Center website in Japan. You know, sold out. It sold out pretty quick, and you know, to get one of these, it was a limit one per customer, and you get an Iono promo, which is selling, you know, I've seen prices up $60, $70 AUD equivalent. You know, you can probably get them for 30, 40, but it's a free promo nonetheless, and it almost covers the cost of the box. So everyone went crazy over that, whether it's for the promo or they just want the set. But it did sell out pretty quick. The Pokemon Center did put a waiting room for people to wait just to get an order in. So you can see on this next page here, they're going to reopen pre-orders on January 7th. So this is the way to get one from Pokemon Center Japan if you do want to get one for your collection and do want to try and get the promo. We can go over this quickly. Limited to one box per person. The giveaway of the Nanjamo no Kaiden, which is the Iono promo, I'm going to guess, will end as soon as stock runs out. So you're not guaranteed that. If they run out, then you're going to miss out. Products here are scheduled to be delivered from early February 2025 onwards. So make sure you read up all this information. Now, to order from Japan, you need to use a forwarding service. There's plenty of videos on YouTube and guides on how to do that if you're interested. So go check them out if you don't know how to do that. But yeah, we can see huge demand. Again, this is the kind of stuff we're going to see all 2025. So just be prepared for that and just understand the risks involved if you are wanting to buy into battle partners and upcoming sets in Japan. So again, let's keep going through here. So 14th of March, we've got Heatwave Arena. 18th of April, we've got the Glory of Team Rocket. So these two sets here will make up the English release. We don't know what it's called yet, but again, this is June 2025. I'm guessing that's going to be that set there. So the 6th of June, we got Black Bolt and White Flare. So this is a kind of 151 set for the Unova region. Yeah, the two main legendaries there from the Black and White era. We're going to get apparently a type of 151 set for the Unova region. So that's the Black Bolt and White Flare there. And I'm going to take a stab at this, and again, this is only my speculation, but that could be our August holiday set. So when we had the release of Shrouded Fable, I've kind of gathered that August is the time frame we're going to get our holiday set for then. So that could be, yeah, our holiday August 2025 set, making up there. So just a bit of speculation there. So again, we don't know any other sets now. So July, we're going to get a small set, like we had Stellar Crown or Stellar Miracle in Japan. So small set, standalone set we could get in July. September, October, we're going to get, again, a similar situation for Heatwave Arena Glory Team Rocket, where two sets make up the one. Back then was Paradise Dragona and Super Electric Breaker made up our Surging Spark, so similar thing there, similar timing, if you're looking at 2024 to 2025. And then finally, to end the year, the crazy, crazy year of what 2025 is going to be, we are going to get the December High Class set. So that always comes early December. So that's what we're going to kind of expect in the Japanese scene for Pokemon next year. So always a lot happening. So let's move on to English now. So Prismatic Evolutions, we went over that before. It's absolutely crazy. It's very, very hard to get stock. So again, if you can lock in any pre-orders or any stock around recommended retail price, I suggest going for it. Do not hesitate because it will sell out very quick. We're going to get a second wave of product, which includes the bundles, surprise boxes, the EV pouches, and a few other things coming around March as well. So that's something to look out for. And we've got that highlighted here, March 2025, second line Prismatic Evo products I've got there on our little calendar here. Another thing to note, March 2025, Australia is supposed to get a restock of Surging Sparks booster boxes, available at distribution for stores to order. The ordering is already finished for that, so if you are a store and you haven't ordered, you have missed out. So look out for pre-orders from stores over the next couple of months if you want more Surging Sparks. So let's have a quick look at Surging Sparks. So total set value, almost 3,000 AUD. That's actually gone up after the release. And again, this is what I want to point out. We're in an energy throughout 2024, especially at the start and leading up to the end, where sets would come out. This was a typical thing. Card prices would start high and drop, as more packs get opened. We've actually had the opposite, where the prices have gone up. The set value has gone up. Pikachu is still expensive. You've got all these cards above $100 now. So much value in this set. Very hard to get a booster box. They're pushing $300, $350 AUD in Australia right now. Blister packs you can still find in some big box stores. That's always going to be your best bet in 2025, 2026. Big box stores are going to get all the stock and they should be fair on pricing. Your smaller LGS stores are going to get very little stock and they're going to want more money because they're not getting enough stock for their customers. So they want to make the most of these opportunities. So that is your last resort if you really want stock. Local LGS, if you are a regular customer to one, hopefully they look after you. So that is your best bet. And again, that's why I did make the Discord and have opened it up now to try and help the community have a bit of an edge to be able to get some stock for whatever reason you're doing, whether you're starting a side hustle, whether you're wanting to invest, or you just want to open stuff for yourself. The small fee that you pay to be a part of this community and the value you get in return is just a no-brainer. So go check it out. There's always a small free trial. There is no obligation to stay if you don't like it, but worth checking out. And yeah, again, it's going to be, this is what we need in this environment, just to be able to get stuff. It's sad. It's unfortunate that, things like this have to be created to be able to get your hands on product, but that's just the climate we're in. I don't create this myself. I don't create the climate. I just realize what is going on, and I try to at least get an advantage, for me and my community to be able to get the stuff that they need. That's basically all I'm doing. I'm just participating. I'm not creating this environment, but that's just what it takes right now, and you just got to play that game, unfortunately, whether you want to or not. Complaining isn't going to get your product, but being involved in the right communities will give you an advantage. So yeah, Surging Sparks going really well. We can have a quick look at TCG data here. Again, this little phase here that used to be long and drawn out, where you got product, under recommended retail price, is now over. It's gone. This does not happen anymore. Price just shoots up, especially if it's a good set. And again, the sets that are coming, Team Rocket, everyone's excited. The Unova 151 set, exciting again. The Battle Partner set, I don't know how well it's going to do in English, but in this environment, it's just going to go ballistic. It's going to be very hard to get stock. Don't think that just because a set might not be as popular that you're going to have time. I don't believe you will. I hope that I'm wrong, but again, this is just my opinion. I don't have to be right, don't have to be wrong. I don't really care about either of the two. It's just giving my opinion, sharing it with everyone, and hoping to give you all the right information and the tools to do your own research and make your own decisions. That is my goal here on this channel, and anything that I build or put out there is to help you be self-reliant. So don't rely on me to make a video, don't rely on me to make a post, don't message me to ask me for my opinion about everything. The education, the information is there so you can better yourself and become just better in all aspects. And again, don't rely on anyone. That is the goal for Cardonomics. So yeah, that's just going over everything in a nutshell. Again, I don't have to really explain how crazy it is. The data speaks for itself. But again, I've been making videos about this for a while now. It's ramping up. It's happening very quick. For instance, my eBay is selling things that have been sitting there for ages, like my vintage stuff. Is starting to sell now. I left it at prices there I was comfortable to sell it, and I've sold some big cards lately, so that's all coming back. I wasn't sure if vintage was going to come back or not, but it seems that people are starting to look again. Sun and Moon stuff, those older boxes are being going up, $100, $200, $300 AUD in the last month or two alone. Sword and Shield's taken off. You've seen Fusion Strike going absolutely bananas. I posted only in November 2023 that we're buying boxes for sub 120 AUD, and now you can see sales upwards of $450, $500 just over a little bit a year, just over a year later. So that is a huge gain. That is the craziness that we're in right now. So yeah, Lost Origin again going up. Even Silver Tempest starting to go up. You've got I think Brilliant Stars is next. I think Brilliant Stars is still at a price that is appealing somewhat. So I think that's worth looking at. But again, I'm going to give a proper analysis in my Discord group. I go more in depth about this stuff and what opportunities are coming. There's already been a few very good calls that are already profitable. So if that interests you, go check that out. So again, moving on with English. So we've got Journey Together. So 28th of March, that is our battle partners. We haven't been able to order this at distribution yet, but I assume that early in the new year, January, that we can order this set. I don't know how allocations are going to look, but again, I will update everyone with the information that I'm allowed to say whenever I've got it. So the best place for that is either Facebook or Discord. And also TikTok, so I'm making a few videos there as well, which is being very well received. So I'll leave all my socials down in the description anyway, so you can check that out. Moving on now, so we've got this H1 2025 I've got here. That means the first half of 2025. I have been notified by distribution that we will be getting a restock of Prismatic Evolution products. So again, I don't expect small stores to get a lot again, but there will be some sort of relief in terms of replenishment for that. So again, a bit of hope if you missed out or you didn't get enough product. We will be getting more product, and I'm guessing it might be like Elite Trainer boxes and other stuff. Also worth mentioning that Australia hasn't had their Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box drop yet on the website. I'll post a lot of information about that on Facebook and Discord, and again, I'm hoping our stock monitors pick that up straight away, so we got the best chance of picking some of those up. So again, those tips there is something to look out for if you're looking at Prismatic Evolution's product. So moving on again, June 2025, we got Scarlet and Violet set 10, which I'm assuming is going to be the Team Rocket set. We don't know what it's called exactly, but that's going to be Heatwave Arena, Glory of Team Rocket combined in our English set. August 2025, again, what I was saying before, I think that might be our holiday set, which will be Black Bolt and White Flare. So the Unova 151 style set. Don't know what that's going to look like, but excited about that one. Moving on there, September 2025, we got Scarlet and Violet 11, so the 11th installment, getting towards the end of the era. That's going to be, I'm guessing, this small set here. So whatever comes out in July in Japan should be our September set. This year it was Stellar Crown. And then we have September, October. So we should get another two-style Japanese set that's going to make up the English set. Again, this year was Paradise Dragona and Super Electric Breaker that made up our Surging Spark set. So that's going to be the same scenario, I'm guessing, here to close off the Scarlet and Violet era. So again, it's been an incredible era. Started off with a lot of negativity. Now people are starting to see the value of how good these sets are and the art in them, how incredible it is. And one thing I've noticed that Pokemon is starting to emphasize art a lot. So this is the era of art. People are paying for good art, and they're starting to get artists, like very talented local Japanese artists, from different facets of anime, manga, whatever it is. They're getting all these talented people to draw up some very beautiful Pokemon cards. So this is the era we're in. People are paying for art. So just a tip there as well. People might look cards over and, not realize how good something is until everyone else does, which is, the trend that I see. But if you think a card looks really good and it's a popular Pokemon or a popular artist and it's cheap, well, maybe that's an opportunity. So something, just a bit of food for thought there. So yeah, a lot to look forward to in Pokemon in 2025. We're going to leave it there. This hopefully gives you a bit of an insight into what to expect next year. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in 2025. I hope you all have a great New Year's. And yeah, have a safe one.